Hey yo, what's good? Welcome to another episode of Cyber T Talks, or whatever you want to call it, podcast, YouTube. I don't care. Call it what you want. But I'm coming at y'all today because I wrote down some notes that I've been really want to talk about. And I want to talk about you keeping your relationship problem to yourself and keeping where you work to yourself. Because I notice a lot of times, take a water break. A lot of times we get a little too comfortable with the people that we work with, and we see them as friends, we see them as people that can't backstab us, but the whole time we thinking that, we really putting them in a different paradigm than the person that they are or the personality that they really are, because you don't know who these people are. You just guessing and you assuming who they are based on what they tell you. But I'm here to tell you, people lie to you every day. When we show up to these jobs, half of these people are 10% who they are. They will never be them true selves, because some people strictly go to work just to impress people, or, they don't really have any friends outside of work, but they gonna always try to make it seem like they got something going on, or they low key try to compete with you. And that's what it's about. Like today, I was the first person back from delivering on my route. And I didn't even think that it was a race. I just was really trying to hurry up and get off and get home. I think I did my route in like 3 hours and I still got paid for 9. That's not too bad. So back to what I was saying. As I was getting ready to leave, one of the guys was like, "Dang, you all right? You sick? You good?" I said, "What you mean?" He was like, "Man, I thought you was sick. You normally ain't back around this time. You know what I'm saying?" So I'm looking like, nah, man, I just felt like, getting to it. Remind you, I beat him back. So that's why he's like shocked. And it just like lit a flame in me like, damn, so you competing with me, and I'm just chilling, I'm vibing, because we all get paid the same amount no matter what. Like, he might get done before me, but we still can get paid the same amount. It does not matter because we salary. And I was just thinking, like, you never know who's in competition with you. And that's why I want to say, from now on, man, if y'all can, keep everything to yourself. You know who care and you know who don't. Like, these people that's been around you probably years, and you always tell them something super personal, but notice how they don't tell you anything. The only time they can relate is when you open up about something super personal, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I went through that, you know. But if they had told you that they had went through something similar to that prior before, you probably would have never made that mistake. And notice how people always get into that mood of "I told you so," but they really didn't tell you anything. So just be careful, man. We live in a crazy time, and it's people out here competing with you that you ain't even know was competing. It can be anybody. I'm not finna point out anybody in particular, but I'm just saying, open your eyes. Everybody is competing with you. And another thing I touched on at the beginning of this video, exactly your location about where you work at, where you make your money, how you make your money. It can be illegal, it can be legal. Just keep it to yourself. It's a reason why it's illegal. You ain't supposed to be telling nobody nothing. And just because it's illegal, that don't make it right to be telling people where you work at. These people are sick. They waiting on you to slip up so they can probably snitch on you, try to get you fired. I remember telling I don't know if I should say this on camera. I remember telling somebody exactly what station I worked at. And when something went left, it was just something super small. They would call my job. They would actually show up to my job trying to get me fired. And there's been times I've had customers ask me, "Hey man, like, you know, what station you working out of?" I would say, "I don't know. I'm new." because I've already went through the experience of people trying to mess up my money, trying to mess up my hustle, because you don't know what that guy's intention was, asking me what station I come from. So I just kind of keep things to myself. And my bad, I hit the chord, so I know it's probably like a thump in the mic, but I keep certain things to myself. There's nothing wrong with being conservative with the information you dish out. We all gonna die one day. We ain't trying to die the next day. We ain't trying to put ourselves in position to be compromised with our life. It's some places that people may not tote that iron on them. So don't be telling everybody where you work at, man. Keep it to yourself. And also, if you come from where I come from and you had humble beginnings, and the people that you are used to kind of telling people about your plans and stuff like that, they don't care. If you even come off as that person that's trying to do better than a normal person coming out of Mississippi, you're not going to get any support at all. I don't care where you from, how big your circle is. If you try to outshine the masters that came before you, as far as like OGs and all that, nobody's going to support you, man. I can remember. It was only about 2 or 3 people that actually share my videos on Facebook. And I have like 1,000 some friends. Most of them family, most of them people I grew up with. They rarely ever post my videos. So I don't expect anybody that I know to even support me. Even if it was for my kids, I don't expect them to support me, because it's like natural for Mississippi people to hate on other Mississippi people. It don't matter what the subject about. It can be about sports. They're going to try to compete with you on the subject about sports. It's so petty. But I'm beyond that. I'm one with the earth. I love everything, sports, politics. I look at all that. I just never choose a side, because it's not fair for me to choose a side, because there's always going to be a right side, left side, wrong side. You know what I'm saying? It's forever. Even with the Kobe situation with Bam Adebayo, I don't care that he scored 83 points. I don't care that Kobe scored 81. Kobe is going to be remembered as a person who got 5 rings. Bam ain't got one yet. I'm not trying to poop on what Bam did, but he still scored 83 points. 83 points is 83 points. You cannot debate it. Whether he had 100 free throws, 83 points. But I got way off subject. I know a lot of y'all probably clicked off the video. I don't care. But that's my video for today, man. Stay out the way. You got people that's hating on you. They want you to lose your position. They want the spot that you're in. You can't expect everybody to sit up here and support every little thought that you have or every little action that you put forth. You can be bringing in $1 million a year. People still gonna say you broke. Imagine somebody that's in special ed, they rode the slow bus, trying to tell you how smart they are, but you've done everything to show them that you are an intelligent person, or you think a little different. I'm not going to say you smarter than them, because you never know how smart somebody is. Somebody could be withholding information. They just want to look dumb. I knew a lot of cats like that growing up. They were so smart, but they just chose to act dumb. So just don't entertain it, y'all. I know life can be a little hard and you feel like it's a trap because you do the same thing every day. It's not a trap, man. You just got to watch who you hang around, watch who you trust with information that you know shouldn't really get out. Keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. But y'all have a blessed one. Have a good day. Don't let nobody get in y'all way. Let it stay that way. Deuces.